All right, we have a quorum present. We're going to call the meeting to order at 6:02:03. All right, so we have no citizen comments, but we do have some items of community interest. Hazlet is hiring city secretary, parks and grounds crew leader. If you're interested in either of those positions, please go to the employment opportunities online to apply. The community center, which is the building that we're in here, is going to be closed from August 26th through September 1. So there will be no events held here. And all city offices and the library will be closed in honor of the Labor Day holiday on Monday, September the 2nd, 2024. And additionally, on August the 30th, we have a Carter blood drive from 1 to 4 p.m. Is that at the library? At the library. We want to look at our consent agenda and do them together, we can, unless someone has a better idea. Will you pop up the minutes for us, Stephen, from last? I don't know what July is. Can you go back one page? I'm sorry. I was looking for my other note. Can you go back to 6 real fast? Thank you. Okay, thanks. Just making sure I had the date right on my note here. Appreciate it. You go back one more time. I'm just going to double check those future agenda items to see which ones are missing so I can add them again. We look at the financial statement real fast so we can, everyone feeling good so far? We can move to the financial and consent. All right, perfect. Anything we should know, Katrina? Nothing really happened. What was done on the tennis courts for $3,300 in July? We get an update on that? Not updatable. Anyone want to consent agenda them together?
It's Dana Horak. I'd like to move that we approve the consent agenda and approve the minutes from July 10th, 2024, and the financial statement from July 2024.
This is Cindy. I second.
All in favor? None opposed? Approved? All right, so we have some guests today, so we're just going to go a little bit out of order unless anyone has an objection to that. We're just going to go down to a little extra out of order to 6B. So I just sent some emails and talked to some people and got them to prepare some estimates. Of course, whoever was here last time, remember Shauna was here, and I think she has something she wanted to show us that where you updated something, correct? And then Georgia is from Compan. Werlix, sorry, I'm so sorry. I was trying to do that so good. And so they have a proposal, and then Lee Park and Play has one, and then We Build Fun, who I think is the people that wouldn't get back to me in the beginning. There was a guy named Sean, and he is from Lee Park and Play. And oh, there he is. He's online. Look at that. Perfect. So if we have any questions, we can see if he can get on there too. So I don't know that it matters who goes first. It's not like that's an order. Okay, so can we see the Compan deal up there? Button. Hi.
Since the last time we met, there was some feedback, and some of that feedback was to include some activity specifically around music. So I went back to our design team, and we looked at what we have that would be certainly add in that level of music, both from a percussion sound point and a xylophone, but also from an inclusive piece. It's accessible from all directions. So we added that. Unusual. So we've added that into the design. And again, sticking with the original swings that we had chosen, left those intact. Those fit beautifully into that space with the use zones. We, of course, are making sure. Am I good? Oh, do I still have to press the button?
Can I?
Okay, my first rodeo. Actually not, but feels like it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Sorry, where's north on that deal? Do you know? Like where's it orient? I know where north is from here, but like where is that? How is that oriented? Is the north like where the music stuff is, or what? How does your?
I would have to. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
you're not
Sarah.
sure.
I don't know. Looking at it, where it is. Thank you for adding the use zones on. So everything still fits beautifully, and I was taking a look at this again and really feeling comfortable with the fact that the basket seat swing is separate from the other structures. And the reason why I left it like that and didn't incorporate that or try to make a longer swing set panel was because when I visited the park and I saw the children playing on the tire swing, they're gathering around it. They are hovering in this area, and it's a very busy and highly focused spot. And I thought better to keep that slightly separate from the rest of the swings, just to create more space for them to run around. And I believe personally it's a little safer in that regard. So for that purpose, we definitely did sacrifice one piece, if you will, one opportunity to hang just a traditional swing. But I know watching those children around that tire swing, having that a separate piece of equipment is going to prevent certainly people running into each other. So everything, it's really truly a park design for all abilities and for all children. It is an accessible piece, and we did keep that saucer intact, Sarah, at your request. And is there any questions at all about the design, or why we did what we did and how it came to be?
Can you remind us what the final estimate price-wise was?
It was higher than it is. I have resubmitted to Ms. Katrina because I really wanted to show good intention. As an Omnia partner and as Omnia playground providers, we automatically are going to give you a 10% discount. We took it a little further. We really do want to earn your business. We believe that we have a design that's going to serve the community, serve all of the needs. Our products are manufactured to last 25 years in the ground. So truly, and of course our installers and our project management team will be with this project the entire length of duration. I will say that when I went out and met with James initially, I took some measurements around and went onto Google Earth, took another look around, and I was happy that I had gone out and I had measured the image, just because it gave me the most accurate footprint of that park envelope. And therefore, I know that the amount of material that's required is precise, and there's going to be no infringement as it relates to CPSI, or safety certified playground safety inspections down the road. And the designers that confirm that are CPSIs as well.
Is it a straight, so I'm looking at this itemized list, and I'll pass it down to y'all as well. It lists the swing and the pour in place, and there's obviously those things. For the nature panel that's listed here, is it safe to say that if we decided, we want to save some money, we can just take that out and it would be a straight loss of the $6,000 for that particular piece?
For the music panel?
Yes.
Yes.
We could just take it out and say, okay, well,
it would
this
adjust.
one, I'm just going to say it out loud. This one is 78,000 the way it's pulled up.
Yes.
6,192 of that is for the music thing that we may or may not need to add. We just were trying to fill the space,
Sure.
right? So to me, I see it as 78,000 or 72,000 if we wanted to add that out or take that out, I guess.
Sure.
And then I have one more question.
Certainly, definitely the cost of the equipment, any freight associated with that, install charges, that would all come off of that.
And there's a dumpster fee. Is that just, I don't understand what that means.
Well, anytime we have to haul away materials,
What are
whether
we hauling away?
whatever has to be excavated in order to put in subbase for the,
Okay.
yeah. And if the city has the ability to do that, by all means, there's pieces of this that can be done that it's absolutely, we have lots of cities that choose to do their own concrete work when it's necessary. They can save dollars in that regard.
So would the dumpster be to haul away the old swings and all of that as well?
The city has decided to do their own demo.
Okay.
Yeah, I talked with James about that. It's a great way to save money. Those kinds of services come at a premium when you're talking to manufacturers. So when you can enlist the services available through the city, definitely the best way to go about it. I will say that I did add the music panel at a request, and I realize that it is an expensive piece. It is built with the same expectation standard of equipment as the most tallest giant that you would put into any sort of playground. It's not designed to tip over. It's in-ground mounted, concrete footings. It's going to be in the ground for as long as the swings are in the ground.
looking at what that little dude is flipping up there on the picture.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What's that made out of?
It is similar to that of a conveyor belt. It's a compressed,
Like a rubber.
compressed rubber.
So how would that hold up in direct sunlight? You know, like,
At worst, it would fade, just like any of the playground equipment is like.
would it crack?
No, oh no, absolutely not. No, they're truly designed to be in all temperatures, sub-zero temperatures, and are 105 plus.
Have you seen those pretty durable?
More durable than things that are attached, that have strings and ropes, absolutely. These are in multiple playgrounds within our DFW area.
What's the warranty again
25 years.
on the part? And then what about the surface? Does that matter?
The surfacing, I would have to actually talk to our installation. Oh gosh, that's Durplay. I will have to ask Durplay exactly what their warranty is.
And does that require us to do an annual maintenance to
Dur-
not void the warranty?
It doesn't void your warranty on the port in place, but it lengthens the life of the port in place. And that would be with any port in place aggregate, any rubberized surfacing. The recommendation is to seal it once a year. It's not a difficult job. It is some maintenance though. I've seen playgrounds that have not been ever sealed, and they do start to wear, and there's a little bit of granulation, but they still, they'll still be in the ground for 10 to 15 years. If you seal it, it will last much longer, and it's just a good best practice.
Thank you.
I think I remember James saying too that they would take out all the old mulch and everything that's there. So is that the part that you were talking about having to haul away?
Yeah.
And that might save us enough money to get that and have it be under budget.
Is that all?
I think
Sorry,
we're good.
I just don't want to assume that I can walk away and leave you
Yes,
hanging with
you
anything.
don't leave if you don't mind,
Oh,
just in
no,
case
I
we
won't
think of
leave.
something else. But yes, I think
Yeah.
we're good for now.
Okay, I'll just leave it on for.
Okay. Well, next
Awesome.
we actually have We Build Fun, who I don't believe is here, but she emailed us an estimate that's not in our packet. Okay. That's okay, I remember this. So this one, I'm going to do my best to tell you what I see here. I don't know why we have so many of the same thing. She sent me a couple of different ones. Oh, they're all the same. Okay. Do you have the picture of not the net thingy? Like the first one that she sent that's in our actual packet? Yeah, that one. Go back. Sorry. Go back one more. Right there. Okay. So she sent this to me before we were going to present it. And I said, hey, she was able to turn it. I don't know how she turned this thing. But it has 2 regular swings, 2 of those mom and me thingies, and then 1 ADA swing and 1 bucket for like the little babies that stick their feet in there. And then I think she looked at the other one and was like, oh, I should add this music thing too, and then sent that over. Then I said to her, we really want a tire swing, so she sent this one, and that's the one that's going to be in your packet. So what she did was she pulled out those 2 end swings to put the tire swing, but I'm just going to say it's that dumb net thing that I don't like. We already have over there in the little playground that has net in it. And I don't know, I wish that wasn't. I'd rather have this picture that's here than the net. So if we choose not to do a tire swing or something, my personal preference would be to put it back like this versus the one that she sent here. Just because I know you have small kids. your kids are still smaller. I mean, I don't know, what is y'all, I don't love the net, so that's never been my favorite. Yeah, that's how yours is, right? Like it's a solid. Yes. Okay.
May I ask?
It's right. It moves this way. No.
So Sarah, can you, to the right of those swings, to the right of those two regular swings,
Yes.
what are those other things?
So that is similar to what Compan has, where the adult sits on one side and the kid sits on the other side. So you can swing with your child. This is not her, so I don't know that she's going to be able to talk about that. But it's the same kind of concept where two people can ride together on that longer swing. And of course, I think that that's kind of cool because when my kids were little, I would have loved to have sat with the kid and swing with them. With a kid, right? Yeah.
Did the other swing set have the same concept?
The previous one, yes.
Yes. Just different look.
Yeah, can you go back to the Compan one real fast? Yeah, right there. Right there. So you see where it's like double seated and that one of the little kid is, it has a bucket so they don't fall off. Well, then the mom or the dad sits on, or the older sibling sits on the other side, like those two kids here in this right picture, and then they can swing together. Okay, sorry. I think that's actually. Okay, can you go back to the one that we're supposed to be talking about? So on We Build Fun, she was able to turn it, she said somehow to, I just said, hey, we're just trying to get as many swings as we can. So she had her guys play with whatever they did, and they added those 6 swings. So my opinion is if we like this one, because we want more swings there, that we do this style versus that stupid net, because I do not like net at all. So, this one is coming in at playground, pricing, shipping, installation, port in place, security, 76,000, which is again about the same. Yeah, this is We Build Fun, 76.
And Sarah, real quick question.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they are using the same playground measurement, correct? To fit the swings in there?
Yes. Everyone was given access to the same measurement, except for Shauna, who actually walked it with James, so she has the advantage.
Okay.
So Shauna's for 100% sure is
Correct.
correct. Like her and James, when she and James were there, and I know that hers is going to fit. I see what you're asking, because this looks like it doesn't fit to me too.
When I look at it, 'cause I'm very visual, and it's like,
Mhm.
is that 3 feet on the ends, or is that 8 feet on the ends to the side of the playground, right?
Mhm.
Versus on the other side. So that's why I'm just kind of looking at that.
Okay. And we can pick one at the end, whatever we think. Okay. So next we have the Lee Park and Play. Do we have like a picture? Is this packet in there? I don't know. Can Sean unmute himself?
Hi, yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can. Look at that. Perfect.
Perfect. Regret that I wouldn't be able to make it today in person, but
That's okay.
happy to
We're
answer
glad
any
you could
questions
join
as
us
they
this
arise.
Can you put up his picture for us? Of the, yeah. Yep, is there another one that, there we go. Okay, that's good. So Sean, do you want to tell us kind of whatever you have there? Because I don't know that I'm any better than anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a two-base swing set with 2 belt seats and 2 tot seats, as well as our Revolution inclusive spinner and a stand and spin. The stand and spin is really just an extra event to try to take up some of the dead space, but the direction that was given to us was really try to maximize the amount of swings and activities within the area. So the Revolution spinner is a great way to accomplish that. So it accommodates 12 kids at one time. And it also has, you can vaguely see on the rendering, it has 2 molded in ADA seats that will come with harnesses as well. Whether you elect to put those harnesses on or not, that's completely up to you guys, just based on need. But trying to, pack as much play value and play activities into a relatively small space. We captured the swings and then also included the Revolution spinner because both of those activities are what are considered motion play. So you're going to get, the same style of activity and same, developmental tool, if you will, from a spinner and from a to and fro swing.
My comment on that is that because tire swings don't spin around anymore like they used to, this is kind of a spinning function, so.
These things they're a massive hit on the playground. Kids love them. There's multiple ways to ride. You've got a hump in the middle there. You've got access on both sides for the daredevil kids that want to hang on, and there's a platform for their feet as well. It is made completely of rotationally molded plastics, so you can expect 25-year life from anything that you're seeing here.
And what is your warranty on your part?
So with Little Tikes, all of your structural aspects are going to be lifetime. Any moving parts, which would be the swing hangers themselves, and then the mechanism within the spinner, are going to be 1 year, and then any rotationally molded plastic products will be 15 years.
I have a question. Someone was asking about that single tall spinner. Is that like rigid, or is it flexible?
It is rigid. It spins around, so the kids will stand on it, brace off of the circular handles there at the top and spin. So really trying to put as much motion play into this space as possible.
So you could stand or sit on it? Like one
Correct,
person
yes,
could
ma'am.
kind of sit on the bottom, or a couple kids could stand on it and sit around. And then if we didn't like that for some reason, because I'm looking at some faces here that you might not be able to see, can it be switched out for like a bobble rider, like that little, like a bumblebee rider
Absolutely.
or something?
Yeah, we've got options. As long as it will fit within the fall zone, we can put it in there.
Okay, and then I see that this one, the way it is here, is $62,558, correct?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. And then if we wanted to switch out one of those belt swings for an ADA swing, is that going to change the price very much? Not much. I would recommend switching out a tot seat
Okay.
and replacing one of the tot seats.
Okay.
Just because those belt seats, those are going to be the highly used product.
Okay. And then just for comparison, the previous two included the, like, where 2 people ride together. Does Little Tikes make anything like that?
We do, yes. We call it the Generation Swing, exact same concept, but that can share a bay with either the inclusive seat, the ADA seat, or a tot seat.
Okay. So if we liked it, we could just switch out one of the top seats or put an ADA seat in a mommy and me, or I keep calling it mommy and me.
So we limited to 2 bays?
Yes, so for yours, Sean, we're limited to the 2 bays, correct? The four
In
swings.
this design, yes, ma'am, we are. We can fit another bay in there, but from a total child accommodation standpoint, with this design, you're looking at right at 18 total accommodations. If we were to fit another bay in there, you would be looking at 6 accommodations.
I'm not sure I know what that means, but it sounds very smart.
It's the amount of children that can be using
Oh,
the
I see.
equipment at one time.
Okay.
And it's always kind of funny. The renderings are always, just little bitty, and we start building it in the field, and things real very fast. That inclusive spinner has an 8-foot diameter, so it's a very large piece.
Do you know the fall zone on your spinner, stand and spin? For the stand and spin, you're looking at 612, approximately 13-foot diameter. Another quick note as well, you'll notice that the swing fall zone does overlap the existing ADA ramp. Just from a construction standpoint, when you're building that up to the existing level of the curbs, that ADA ramp will disappear and it will become rubber. So that whole area will become rubber. Got it. Okay. And then, all right, so I think we'll go to the last one here. We have our, thank you, Sean. We have our
Of course.
Our Wurlix. We got a team. And I know George's name, but I don't remember your name. William, thank you.
So we created a very short PowerPoint because we wanted to introduce you to landscape structures, but if you guys want us to just jump ahead to the renders, we can do that. What would you like? Do you want me to just go through the points so you can learn about landscape structures? We wanted to brag on our lovely company for a minute. So you can go ahead to the first one there. So landscape structures has been around, actually now I think we're at 50 plus years. It's an employee-owned company, which is amazing. When I visited the factories a year or so ago, you can really feel, the people that all work there, and it's a great deal of, a lot of pride and ownership in the company. So, we're very proud of the fact that it's an ESOP. Steve King and Barb King are actually the original Landscape Structures founders. And Steve King was originally a founding member of IPEMA. And he developed the concept of continuous play, started playing around with it in 1966, and just kind of carried it, forward throughout his time with landscape structures. And I think that pretty much touches it. And those packets have a lot more detail than what we're going to go over right now. So just want to touch on a little bit of this real quickly. We are very proud of the fact that the majority of our equipment, our parts are made in the USA in Delano, Minnesota. So I do a range of things, but I do handle parts as well for our customers. So when they reach out and they need parts and things like that, they get shipped out extremely fast. Right now, it's within a few weeks, right around 3 weeks. Sometimes I can get them quicker because they're being manufactured and shipped from Delano, Minnesota, which is, it's just really, the customers seem to really love the fact that we can get those out to them very, very quickly. And so as you can see, like that example with that park, 99% of the equipment and the parts and everything was made in the USA. So okay, we're good with that one. Okay, so we're just going to talk about we have the renders, and so We didn't have any requests on colors, so I just kind of played around a little bit to give you some pretty colors, in my opinion, anyway. And I know Sarah originally had said that you wanted the molded bucket seat, and you wanted the bucket seat, the full bucket seat, and also, so we included some of the regular swings as well, belt swings. And so we made sure to get that in there. We kind of moved them around a little bit. We had to be really careful with the use zones, with the concrete pads and things like that. So we were able to get that in a good spot with the youth zones. And then I had kind of, again, Sarah and I had gone back and forth about different things that she would like. And I know she had mentioned the bobble rider. So we have the bobble rider over as well. This is actually a double bobble rider. There's a single bobble rider available. We often start with the double because it gives the kids, they can ride together on the double, and they really like to kind of get that motion together. But that can be changed to a single if you prefer a single. And then we have also a stand-up spinner, which can be, they can sit, they can stand, they can ride that together or on their own, either way, but that, gives just a few different options of play. And on the swings, it's good to have that different variety so that they can find their best swing, their right swing, however you want to call it, with the molded bucket to, if they need more help with their balance and things like that, and so forth. So, and then we just have a few more options of the render so you can see the different views. And of course, we have lots of lovely colors for you to choose from if you decide you want, whatever you'd like on your colors. Okay. And we do have, again, I've been in touch with Sarah about this. She had said that you were wanting to change to the poured in place PIP rubber surfacing. So we have it as a green surfacing. I will say that I was under the impression that excavation would be covered by the city. That is not something that's included in this. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. So if you wanted excavation included, I can definitely go back and talk to the installers about doing that. But yeah, so just to make sure we're clear on
Yeah, I
that.
think all the estimates do not include
Okay.
excavation as well. Don't feel like you're, I
Okay.
think James, I guess, we're just going to thank Shauna for this one. Shauna has even spoken with him directly, so
Okay.
yes, they're going to take it out. for us.
Okay, great. And just wanted to talk a little bit, which I've already actually kind of covered a few of the different benefits of the different parts that we have, our components and things like that we have added to the play area. So, and I'll just talk about each one. It'll be super quick. So we can go to the next slide. And so the stand-up spinner, like I said, kids can play on their own. They can spin around, me, certainly, I am not able to spin, but the kids love to spin. And so it's a good way for them to kind of, play together and find their motion and experience the gravitational pull and things like that of spinning around. And it helps their coordination, problem solving, balance, all kinds of range of things that they can develop as they play on that. We can go to the next one. And again, the molded bucket seat with the harness is a great option, if a kiddo needs help with their balance and things like that. And, the belt seat isn't a good option for them. I know I have a lot of people that reach out to me that, really love that molded bucket seat for their kiddos. And the next one, I believe, is the double bobble rider. Again, that's available as a single. It is one of the most popular pieces. I know that people really do enjoy, or their children really enjoy the bobble rider. It's a lot of fun for them. And this is the double, so they can ride together. You can see those kids are having a great time. But again, if you would like that change to a single, I'm happy to make that adjustment. And the last one is just the full bucket for the smaller kiddos. So it gives, again, a full range of options on the swings, whatever size your child is and things like that. You pretty much, we can get everybody with something that they would like. And I think the last one is about our warranty. Yeah, so we have, our warranty is amazing. It's up to 100 years, depending on what the part is. I handle a range of different things. I handle parts and I handle warranty as well. So depending on the things, like for moving parts, it's 3 years. For Permaline panels, it's 15-year coverage, and it goes up to 100. I think it might be one of the last pages the warranty is in that packet. So it's all there. A lot of information for you to get a lot more into the depth of all of that information. But I will tell you, LSI is amazing and generous when it comes to covering things for our customers, even sometimes when maybe it wouldn't fall under warranty. They really do try to take very good care of their customers and make sure they're taken care of. So anything that they, find might fall under warranty, they usually will try their best to cover it. So, and I think that's the gist of, so thank you.
Oh, don't leave. I have a question. The one that you have the two kids rocking back
The
and forth
bubble
on?
rider?
Yeah, is that seat padded? It doesn't seem like.
He's with me. I don't believe it is. I can find out. I'm sorry. I don't know if it is. That's a great question.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking if it's leather covered on something, it's not gonna last at all.
It's not leather covered. No. I can definitely find out about but I don't believe it's a padded seat. But I can certainly find out for you, and I can email that to you. Let me just.
Is there a weight limit on those?
I'm sorry?
Is there a weight limit?
I
Usually you
mean,
have a
there
father
will
and
be.
the son, or
Yeah, there will be. They're tested to certain weights, and I don't know the weight limit on everything. They are tested to pretty high weights, but I'm sorry, I'm new at the presentation thing. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but I'm happy to find out any weight limits that you'd like on the different pieces. I can certainly find out and send them to Sarah and Katrina.
Thank
So let me make a note of that as well. And then the weight limit.
If we decided that we wanted to cover this, would it be something that we could add to that later on? Just put like a shade, something around.
Oh, shade. Oh, yeah, we can definitely look.
Done.
Yes, because
Okay.
the Texas heat, yes. It definitely makes it a lot more comfortable for the kids. And yes, we can talk about shade if you're interested in shade. We work with Skyways as well. And we have a variety of shades, different options if you're looking at something like that. Yeah, we would just need to make sure, when it comes to anchors and things like that and placing in a good place that, within the area. But yes, it could be. If you would like to talk about shade, we can talk about shade for sure. Yeah.
Is this the type of flooring that's quoted, or the ground?
I'm sorry?
Is it that rubber?
Yeah, this is a supporting place. Yeah, it's a rubber.
So this is what's in the quote?
Yeah, and it's right now it's a color.
So you could add the hopscotch? Do y'all see what I'm looking at? Like, you can add like hopscotch and stuff on the ground.
You can, yes, you can add designs to the port and place if you would like to. If that's something you would like, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it will add to the price.
Yeah.
But yes, it is possible. I've seen some really cool designs in port and place, actually. Yeah.
So for speaking purposes, the Werlex estimate, the way it's presented here, comes up at $82,420.
And that's budgetary. So there's, we like to be very careful about giving official quotes because we want to make sure there's nothing underneath the ground, and we do a little more investigation into the site. But yes, that is based on what we've presented today. That is, and there may be a little bit of a change on the surfacing. I might be able to bring it down a little bit on the surfacing price. I would just need to check on that, but that might go down a little bit.
82,420. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Anyone
of
else?
course.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So if I can ask the other two people that are online the same question about the shading. Sean, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still here.
So if we wanted to add a shade sail or just some sort of shade structure to that, can you comment if you know about how much that would cost to add to your estimate, and if we can add that later?
Yeah, absolutely. So just kind of based on preliminary layouts, keeping those shade posts outside of the swing area would be ideal.
Okay.
If that were the case, we'd be looking at approximately 45 by 40 shade to cover the whole area, and that would put you about in the $35,000 ballpark installed.
And we could add that later if we decided we wanted that.
Correct.
Okay. And then while I have Sean still kind of there, I'm going to show you guys what I have from 1990. I'm kidding, it's not 1990. I don't know when it was. It was a long time ago. 2020 or 2022. And this is not from Sean, but it's from another guy that worked with the Little Tykes company, because I've always loved this bumblebee. And you can hardly see it, but it's like a bobble rider like they have, like where you sit on it, but it looks like a bumblebee. So I envision it like Whirlix's double rider, only it looks like a bumblebee. And I love it.
Yes,
Do we still
his
do
name
we
is
still have
Nectar.
that?
And so at one point with that spring rider in particular, it does accommodate 2 kids, and it is a C spring rather than a coil spring. The question about weight came up earlier. You get a dad on those C springs, and they will snap those C springs.
Okay.
So typically we'll recommend a C spring instead of a coil.
You can hardly see it. I had more pictures where it looked, I have a really teeny tiny picture of it from like 4 years ago, but it's so cute. Do you know, Sean, off the top of your head, if that bumblebee fits? I think some of us, I'm saying some of us, we don't love the little stand spinner guy. Would
Okay.
that fit in that same space and accommodate fall zones?
More than likely, yes.
Okay.
I can whip up a design showing it, and then we could also look at potentially swapping those. Let me pull up the layout real quick. Potentially swapping those swing seats around to give us a little bit more room. Or worst case scenario, so the fall zone is dictated by 2 times the top rail height. So the swings you're looking at right now are 8-foot top rail, which means they would need 16 foot in front and in back. So we could look at dropping that to a 7-foot top rail, which would put you at 14 foot in front and back and free up some space for Mr. Nectar.
Mr. Nectar.
Or Mrs. Nectar.
Do you know about what cost difference? I'm guessing Mr. Nectar's maybe a little bit more than a stand spinner. I don't know. Is it going to go up a little bit so we can have a realistic?
It would probably be about $1,200, $1,300 more.
Okay, so maybe like 64,000 instead of 62,000.
Right.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to ask, sorry, Shauna, if we add this shade area, do you have any idea how that would work? Can we add it later? Do you have an estimate for your? Definitely. Do you know off the top of your head? Sean's like some kind of magic number man over here.
I would agree. Sorry, I would agree that Sean's numbers are accurate as far as the cost. It's just disrupting port in place outside
It's
once
hard.
things are installed is, could be expensive.
But if we
Maybe
set it like you suggested on the outside perimeter.
outside of the perimeter,
okay.
for sure, definitely. And I would say that his price point,
It's
we
about the
all
same.
work with some premium vendors when
Got
it
it.
comes to shading.
Thank you. All right. So don't be shy, y'all. Don't offend our poor visitors who are all listening in, but it's time to talk the stuff. So if y'all can say what you think and which one you like better, what you like about it, what you're leaning towards, so we can kind of make a vote and get an idea. So I wanted to remind everyone that we have 2 parks in the same park technically. And what I was thinking of before this meeting was that this is our baby park. So if you think about it, that park that's on 156, in my mind, I always see it as the baby park, where the little kids go. It's got a fence around it. Parents can keep their toddlers in there, but they have older siblings that maybe don't want to be a baby and want to still be able to play here. And then that other park that's on the other side tends to be like the big kid park to me. Because there's not a fence, you can let the older kids run. You don't have to chase them if they go running across the field. So kind of remembering that it's the baby park, but also keeping swings available for some of the older kids that maybe don't want to be in the baby area.
And I think too, if you have a kid that's challenged physically, it's nicer when you can be in an area where you're not deluged with all the kids that are running and playing and moving and everything's so fast. It's easier for you to work with kids one-on-one over there.
Can. 75,000. But that's plus or minus. I mean, all of these would fit we can make them all work. Yep, I sure do. So what I love, I'll just tell you what I love about this one. I love the flat, hard swing, the disc swing, like the bucket swing. I really like that. I just think that it's fun. I'm gonna call y'all out. The Whirlix team has it. I don't know why they didn't give it to us, or if they didn't know we wanted it. I know you have it because Whirlix made Dream Park, and Dream Park is that big fourth downtown. Have y'all ever been there? Those of you that have kids might. And I love to go there. Like, it's really fun. So I know they have one if we needed to, but this is what I love about this pumpkin one, is that I like that hard disc swing. Several kids can get on it. It kind of swings back and forth. My kids got on it when they were bigger. A couple years back, I actually brought a picture of them on that very swing at the one at Dream Park together, and they were probably like 7 and 10 or something like that, and they still liked it. And then I love the little mommy and me. I like your inclusive swing. Remember how she was saying last time that you can kind of like use your hands to swing it? And I thought that was very cool. And it just looks, I don't know, looks pretty well made. Those are the things that I like.
I have a question.
I'm plus or minus that music area, but it's whatever.
Is
don't
this
care for the
8 foot
music.
tall? The swing? If we brought it down to 7, could we add one more swing over there? Just the belt swing?
The deciding factor.
Because we have an
'Cause we have
awful lot of
5
kids
swings.
that just like the swing. They just like the swing. But I like this one being separated from the other two. But I just wondered with the fall zone, if it came down 1 foot, if that would allow you to put one more swing. Yeah.
Right. Certainly adding a swing. I know we asked you to add the music panel, but I'm plus or minus the music panel because we already have one in the playground. The playground that's right there already has like a little, and it gets broken because people pull out the screws and the mallet was missing. And I know I had James, I asked if they could fix it, and he said they did. I haven't gone back to check, but there is a music area there. I don't think it has percussion. I think it just has. It does? Standing like a bumblebee or a. It just, again, we wouldn't be able to then add it. Right. We were going to add in or bumble. Again, get my designers to make sure that whatever. Dropping the balls. So I love your swings and I love the quality. I just don't love that we lost the swing. Because right now we have 5 and this goes down to 4. So that's what kind of makes me a little hesitant, only because, like you said, the kids love those swings and they run out really quick. And we have lots of swings in the park, but if I'm with my little kid in the baby park, I'm one of those moms. I'm not sending my kid to the other side of, entire park. I want them to be where I can still see them. So. I know, and I love this one too, so. And then for We Build Fun, can we just see that one real fast so we can talk about what we like and don't like? So it's coming in, same price range again. I just like that there's so many swings. I just love that all those swings are there. And like I said, I don't love that they put that dumb net thing in there because that doesn't really make me excited about it. So if we want to keep the disc swing, and this isn't going to be the one that we like, but I do like that there's a lot of swing. Mm-hmm. And we. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then here's the other picture where she switched it out and put the tire swing for me, but it's just not the tire swing. I think it would be a waste to put that net thing because we literally have one in the park. Like they're the ones that built. We Build Fun is the one that we ended up choosing when we put that new little baby park in. So this would be the same builder. I don't know. I just don't love their swing. I love their style, but I don't love their swing. Like I like Shauna's swings better than I like their swings, but I love that they got more swings there. So that's what.
I think tire
It doesn't spin. Right. Right. Have you seen the one that she has in hers that at Dream Park that's a flat disc? Yeah. And I feel like there was a line when I took my kids, but they haven't been little in a while. So, but you're right, it's not the same because it's not tire. I don't ever see anyone really using it at the little park. Oh, really? No. Okay. And then Lee Parkin. Oh. When they do. Yes, right. Which they also do on that hard disk one as well. Mm. And then for Lee Park and Play. I've always loved the little tykes. I don't know. I've always loved this thing. I liked this park the last time, but I didn't win because of other reasons. It was too grown up. We wanted it to be more kiddie. I personally like this one. If we could switch out that spinny stick that you don't like and put in the Mr. Bumblebee. I know. We go down to 4 swings again. Because they can add. They can switch out the mom and me in that bucket area, and you can keep the 2, right, but it's still only 4 swings. Okay. But do we want that spinner thing there because they're the ones that are that offer? Do you see what I mean? We have spinners. We have very similar items. We have carousel. But again, very similar to this. Got right surfacing for it, for the place. They have enormous. So that's why smaller. So again, we're getting the same question. At least higher thing. Basket thing. If spinning stuff, I know those spinner bowls. Not comfortable with that. That is like. What? I'm sorry. It's spinner. It's like that. It's like all it is. So we have variations. But also, I'm going to bring this up as well. This one is $10,000 less, only $62,000. And even if we changed it out, we're still looking at 64. So even removing the music panel, that still puts us at 72. But and this one's almost $10,000 less expensive. I don't know if that makes a difference to anyone, but. Right. Okay, and then we'll say what we like about the last one, the Whirlick. I feel so bad saying what we don't like about y'all's stuff, but we gotta discuss it, right? So this is another option that they sent us originally, where they have the stand-up thingy, but I already told everyone I don't like that because it causes straddle injuries, and it just, I don't. This was the first one that they submitted, and then she came up with this other. I had her remove the stand-up thing because we already said we didn't really like. I don't like it. I know. I see the ones that get hurt, so I can tell you all the hurt injuries. Mm-hmm. So this one goes down to 4 swings too, so we're still back down to the 4. I think that's a resounding problem that we're decreasing our swings. Yeah. And we can even push it to next week if you want.
Hey,
Just
Sarah,
go home and put it on the- Oh, yeah,
I think we need to decide what we want,
correct.
because we're gonna end up changing all their designs.
I know, right.
So they're gonna have to go back
Yeah.
and get new estimates.
Fair.
So, I mean, we need to decide
Okay,
what we want.
agreed. Do we want more swings, or do we want? Do we want to eliminate one? Is there one that, if we had to choose of the 4? Sure. So the ironic part about this. We'll see. Well, and I don't mind because I know y'all can go out to your car and join just like Sean and hear everything we're saying anyway. So it's all recorded and put online. So it's not like what we say is private. But if it makes some people feel uncomfortable, I don't know if you guys aren't staring at us. If you guys. Would you like to see our phones, maybe? I'm good. So. I think we should just pick which one we like. So, okay, so I'll tell you what I want. I want Shauna's Mommy and Me swing. I want Sean's Bumblebee. And I want Shauna's disc swing because I like it. But I want this other one's extra swing. So y'all tell me what you think about that.
I like it, but I think
Yeah, but I think it takes away from having something that big and small kids can do at the baby park, because that's not I don't know.
No.
It's not really like a.
So quick question on the spinner then. It accommodates how many individuals? Multiples?
Oh, that one that you sit on.
Because if I'm a dad with a child, you know, I'm okay with my child, but all of a sudden your kid comes around, he's more aggressive than mine, and next thing I've got to.
You know, I have a lot more friends lately that have 6 to 12 kids, so I
Yeah.
feel like their whole family could fit on there.
But that could be a problem.
I mean, not if it's their whole family. It might be fun for all those
could
kids
be.
to get on together. Sean, are you there? How many people fit on that little spinner? The big-
Yes, so it'll accommodate up to 12, and it does have multiple riding options. So it has a governor, so it's not spinning wildly fast by any means. Nothing like you see on YouTube or on TikTok where they're hooking up the motorcycle to it or anything like that. It has a governor to keep it down. But in the other point that was made is intergenerational play is fantastic. So for your parents to be able to sit on that spinner and interact with, you know, whether they have 1 kid or 6 kids, they can all get on there and interact with one another and enjoy the same activities. So I know that the term swing, it's very easy to think to and fro. We don't really look at it as a swing. We look at it as motion play. So if you're looking for more activities, that's another area where that spinner really shines. So you're looking at, a total of 18 child accommodations compared to, just doing to and fro swings where it just takes so much space that there's no way you can accomplish that.
Can you Google for me, Stephen, and see if you look up Little Tyke, like, what's it called, Sean, the Mommy and Me swing?
It's a generation swing.
Can we see if it'll pull up on Google, like what a generation swing from Little Tyke looks like?
It will look very, very similar to what you've seen in the Miracle design, the We Build Fun design.
Okay.
All one piece of rotationally molded plastic.
I don't like it. Oh, yeah, it is.
That third picture is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. That one is the generational swing. So it's right here. So we would switch that out with one of the bucket swings on his thing so that we could get that double rider option. But then we don't have a ADA. We do. So I don't have a child that has special needs. I just don't have one. But I see all these swings at parks, and I've never seen a child that needed it using it, if that makes sense. I mean, I know that it's available, and I'm not saying we don't need to have it, but the actual ADA swing where it swings down, and you know how you can like swing yourself, they're very cool. I just have never seen anyone that was physically moved from a wheelchair into one of those.
You do also get you get two molded in bucket seats that act as your inclusive seats. I mean, when you sit in them, whether you're an adult or a child, it's like a race car seat.
Right.
You're really in there, and it will come with harnesses as well. So if you do have, I don't typically recommend putting those harnesses on unless you have the need. So if you have a kiddo that lacks body control, you can harness them in and strap them in as well.
And that's on the spinner seat.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
It's the spinner seat is accessible, so you could set someone in there. I feel like they have one of those little, I don't know if they still have it, that little bucket spinner thing that he has up here. They have one like that in Watauga, at the little Watauga Park, when they rebuilt theirs. So they've got a bunch of the harness swings and then the little spinner seat. And it's a fun thing. I don't know, I'm not done with Shauna yet. We're gonna get that swing in my park somehow. Even if it's because we have 2 more swing sets. No, I'm talking about the disc. I like the disc. I really like it. But I don't know if I like the disc. If it doesn't, like you said, if it doesn't spin like a tire, it kind of loses the draw of being in that little kid area. Because like you said, they're gonna stand on it and they're not gonna use this much. So I'd rather have something that, I guess, spins now that you're saying it like that. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Correct. Adults can sit on it, kids can sit on it. And then we still have the regular swing that's over here that has the thing on it. When I don't, I'll keep saying it. Yes. Okay. So okay. Yeah. I don't know. Are we ready to vote, or you want to wait another month, push it back, or y'all ready to vote today? I'm good for whatever. Oh, it takes forever. Because we have to submit recommendation to the city council, and then they have to say, oh yeah, we like what you guys chose. And they could come up to us and say, you know what, we don't like that, we want the other one, and they just throw everything out the door that we have to say. They usually do what we say. If we suggest this is the one that we like, but we have to present the 3 to them and say, this is the one the park board voted on. So we make recommendation to the city council that this is the swing set that we would like to submit. And then the city council members actually make the decision.
What if we follow up the ones that are here? Carl just said, this is what we want. They work at a new proposal.
To compare apples to apples. Right, because that's what we're doing. We're changing all the designs.
That's not a difficult thing.
Okay.
We're used to doing that.
Okay. I just feel bad to make you come back a third and second time and all these things, but.
They wouldn't have to come back.
Yeah, actually, I guess you don't have to come back because you've answered all of our questions. We just need to see what it looks like with the price, and then we'll say, okay, this is the one we want. Okay, so what we want, let's just decide what we want. All right, so our action for record is that we've talked about what we like from all 4 of them. So we like, I'm just going to call you by name. We like Sean's Big Sit and Spin. Sean, I personally like Mr. Bumblebee, so if you could add that in there for me, that would make my heart smile. And we like, I love the Bumblebee. I love the Bumblebee and I love the disc. Okay, so we want the spinny seat thing, like, so if y'all have this, are y'all taking notes? We want the spinny seat thingy. We want a generational rider, mommy and me swing. We want a bucket swing for the babies. And belt swing, 2 belt swings. So we're going to do a bucket swing and not an all-inclusive seat. Because the spinner's going to take that place. Okay. And we actually have one out there that's brand new, and we can put it somewhere else. James can move it to the other park if he had to. Okay. So we want the spinner, sit-down spinner, so that we get the motion. We want a generational 2-person swing. We want 2 belt swings, and then we want a baby bucket. One baby bucket. Now listen, if you can fit a 5th swing in there and somebody wants to up the next team, we'll take more swings, but and a bumblebee. So some kind of bobble rider that they won't fall, because the stick spinny and the stand bouncy thing, it's just too easy for them to fall off. And while they're fun, I work in the pediatric urgent care, they're not that fun.
So no additional safety.
Yes. Yes.
And, you know, removing, I don't know if we're looking but it would take away the thing that really touch a lot.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay.
That's quite an adjustment. So that
Okay.
ultimately, just so I know,
So if we can fit a 5th one in there, we'll take a 5th one.
so, and then saucer swing, that not so high on the priority.
We're gonna do spinner.
Spinner and
I got vetoed. It's fine. That's why we have a board. So you got one you'll give me.
well, we really appreciate go back forward, because we all have in our product.
Sure. Right. Okay. Sean, you got all that? I don't know if you left.
Yes, ma'am, I got it. I'm
Okay.
going to get you your Bumblebee.
Perfect. Me and my bumblebee.
You guys okay with that?
Warlick, you're good? Any questions for us? You got the notes on there? Okay. So we're going to, we've decided what we want. So our action for this is to postpone it. So I need a motion to postpone it with the proposals that include, okay, I'm going to make the action. I motion to move this to the next meeting, continue to the next meeting with the request for, and I don't know if this little other lady wants to hear Tracy. She's welcome to submit hers as well, but we would like to have at least 2 belt swings, bucket swing, some sort of spinning sit-down rider thing, and a mommy and me generational type swing, and then whatever else you can fit in there as our surprise, and we'll just, but if we're comparing apples to apples, it'll make it easier. And then we'll just look at those real fast, look at the prices, and then we'll just vote next time. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
So it is an overall budget friendly thing.
I don't think we're gonna move it. But you know where that little picnic bench is? I don't know, I feel like people use it. I've used it myself multiple times, so I feel like getting rid of it doesn't make sense because I personally don't go to the park that much, and I can count at least 3 times that I've either picnicked there. Yeah. Okay. So generational swing, bucket, belt, Sydney. Okay, yeah.
This is Cindy, I second.
Okay, all in favor? Excellent. Yes. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. When is the next meeting?
September 11th.
September 11th. Okay. Oh, of course.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, while we're still in the park, let's just do 6A. Can we look at our water bottle proposals, please, Stephen? Did they give you any information on it this time, or are we still kind of rolling by our seat pants? Great. Are we not going to ever get a cost on these? Oh, okay, awesome. $6,870. And can I see the picture? So this one has a foot wash. Wait, go back. Sorry. So that one says it has a attached foot wash. I thought we didn't want the foot wash. Did we change our mind? So we don't want the foot wash. So I'm not sure what that estimate is for. That one has a foot wash on it, but we don't want it. Where's the foot wash? Because we asked to have just a faucet? I thought we just wanted a sink. I thought we wanted it like this, with one arm, one higher arm, and then a water bottle filler. Okay. Okay, yeah, we don't want the foot wash.
Is that also including getting rid of the sand strainer?
Yeah. We don't need a bowl sand strainer, right? Or no, we do need this. We do
we-
the strainer in case they rinse their hands in the sink anyway.
Okay.
Because it's so close to the sand.
I don't know what one looks like, so that's why
Yeah, that's what they were, somebody was here. Was it you, Stephen, that was saying it goes in like underneath and catches the sand? Or maybe James was telling me in the park one day. I don't know. Something about it. It's like a trap. Right. But the picture of the other one isn't for this estimate, so I'm confused. No. It's this one. But it's not this one, because this one doesn't have a foot wash. This is the one that we want, but there's no estimate for that one. Okay. So go back to the picture. The picture. So we want that, not the estimate. That's what we wanted, right? This is what we all said? Okay. $6,800, that sounds fair to me. I say we motion to whoever we motion to get this picture, not the estimate, but this picture. Do we motion that?
Hey, Sarah,
10145 SM.
what's the item on the right-hand side below, above that? 101, 145, what is that? No, is it, I see the bottle, where you get the bottle in the middle,
Yes.
and the left is the little fountain?
The left is a drinking fountain and the right is a drinking fountain that's high enough for a wheelchair to go under.
Yeah, it's ADA.
Oh, okay.
So you have to have the ADA, so that's what she was saying. James said if you add, you can't just have an ADA and a water, you have to have an ADA and a regular. Because originally I think I asked, can we not just have a water bottle and then an ADA, like who cares? if
So the
there's-
one on the right is for the wheelchair?
Yes.
I would think the one on the left is for a wheelchair.
Well, I don't know. One of them is for one and one of them is
Okay,
for the
all
other.
right, I'm good.
So I will motion, I'm Sarah, that we recommend to whoever we recommend to or approve the model 10145 SM for $6,800 because I don't think it should be that much if it doesn't have a flip station.
I will second that.
Yes, and search. Okay, all in favor of this picture? Awesome. Yes, none opposed? Perfect. That one is easy. All right. Ooh. I kind of want to keep in the motion of approving things. Can we look at that park survey? Number 7. We're going to come back to 5. We're just going to keep 5 out of here. Oh, fun. So I have a question. Does this have something built into it to ensure that it is a City of Hazlet resident? Is there a code built into it? Because manually just look, because 76052 is going to come up as Hazlet and Sendera Ranch. Yes. Okay. Okay. Pull it up. Okay. I know. Since the first day I met you, I knew.
Can you go back to the top? Okay, thank you. I can't read as quickly as some young folks.
Can you go down a little bit? Sorry.
Okay,
Can you scroll it up to like where the street address part ends? Like that, where that's at the top? Like all the way to where the email address is covered, so I can see the bottom. A little bit more. There you go, right there. Oh, okay. So that's our list that we had out here where they can rank the 5. Okay, so I've got softball field, soccer field. I'm gonna read my list and y'all check that one, make sure it's right. Baseball, basketball, pickleball on there? Yes. A fish pond, fitness equipment station, indoor recreation center, interactive water feature, disc golf, walking trail, nature area, picnic shelter table, multi-purpose court, sand volleyball court, solid volleyball court. Are those separate? Yes. Outdoor pavilion amphitheater, senior center facility, and then flower botanical community garden. Perfect. All right. Because we don't have dedicated pickleball courts. We have tennis court that has one pickleball on it. Yes, because it has to be what the city what people who live in the city now like. Because the last time we did it, there wasn't all of Saltgrass and there wasn't all of. It's what they would like to see us focus on, correct? Because say it comes down to we have money and we need to redo the volleyball court or redo the tennis court. Which one are we going to spend the money to refinish if we've got $10,000? We can take out all the sand and put it back in, or we can paint pickleball on the tennis court. You see what I mean? So we took out tennis court because we already have a tennis court. But like our baseball fields kind of stink. I don't know, because no one mentioned it.
Been on every list that we.
You guys want to add a dog park on our drop-down list? Can we add to that still? Can we just add dog park? I don't know. Most people that live in Haslett have several acres, right? Wouldn't they just let their dog run on their yard? Who doesn't have acres? I thought all of Haslett had to be half acre. You live in Old Town, don't you? They really are. Mm-hmm. Just like a little fenced area. So, never mind. I see it. Okay, I see everything. Looks good. Awesome. Look good. All right. Any discussion regarding any updates at Gamble Park that you guys have? Because we don't really know. Other than our park stuff that we already talked about. Community park, I guess they'll put in that water fountain and they know where it goes, so now that we recommended it. Here it is. Proposed water fountain site. So kind of where it is? Or no? Because it's over there. It used to be over here. Because it used to be right at the end of that pavilion. So they're going to move it over. Okay. Over by the volleyball sand court.
Right next to the volleyball sand court?
I guess I'm confused why that was the place they chose, when the whole purpose of us not having that there was because they kept putting sand in it.
Right.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just asking, why would they pick that spot?
That makes absolutely no sense. It won't work. 90%.
Well, I think yeah. I mean, it has to be where they have access to water.
And that, but if anywhere around that pavilion, they have
I guess that's why they have the sand trap built in there, so they're just gonna go like this and carry it over.
put it there.
When you say it won't work, is it that people won't use it?
No, it's literally right by the sand pit, and they're gonna take handfuls of sand
Oh, yeah,
and dump it in
yeah.
there.
The reason we don't have the other
It's because they filled it with sand.
Because I remember we wanted
we
to
just
say,
moved
we
it
wanted to keep it
closer
away
to-
from the stand.
Correct. So now all we've done is move it closer to the sand, which doesn't make sense.
Not at all. Move it on the other side of the pavilion, near the basketball court. And it's a little bit harder.
Do we have water by the
That's
the
what, I think
tennis-
it comes down to where the water comes out.
Do we currently have water by the basketball courts?
I don't think there's water.
So I would think that it would be, if we're playing basketball, people using I think water would be more usable there.
Yeah, if I were playing basketball, I'm not gonna walk all the way over to that sand court to get my water. I mean, I will, but it seems so far. Like, why can't it be on the other side of the,
And that's closer to where everybody's at too,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the people coming in and all. Yeah.
can we ask James about that? Thank you. Okay. So we'll ask James about why that's there. It might have something to do with like where the water access is, so it just might not be that there's any other option. So, okay. Veterans Memorial Garden, did we get a sound system purchased? Okay. Okay. So we don't have a sound system for the Memorial Garden and the Memorial Day, but it should be coming. So we'll just remind ourselves to ask next time. No, I know, but it's part of Memorial Garden. It's okay. Okay, all right. And then the Easter egg hunt is scheduled for April the 12th of 2025.
Can I go back to the Memorial Garden?
Yes.
For a minute? I wasn't here last time. Y'all may have discussed it, but it needs some upgrading. Did y'all talk about that?
We did.
Good, okay.
We're supposed to be getting some estimates, I believe, but we'll see if they come.
Okay.
Well, the maintenance guy,
And the mayor.
We need to keep that on the agenda.
Yep. So sound system and then redo gravel. So we'll ask James about why that water fountain is there, just because we want to know. You know what I mean? Like, you can even tell us next time. And then about redoing the gravel area in the Memorial Garden. If we need to come up with funds, or if that's something that they'll be able to take.
but we want to take the landscape out. get rid of all those
Re-land,
weeds,
yeah.
Put something down.
So are you? So Cindy, are you talking about just kind of revamping it completely? Just,
Yeah, because they keep patching it, I feel like.
well, that's what it looks like, yeah.
That landscape off.
I mean, obviously using some of the stuff that we currently have there, the bricks and all that.
Right, like, but if we move it all
Reincorporating
out and then just kind of redo
Yeah.
it.
that. Okay.
Okay, can we go back up to 5C?
We haven't gone to 5 yet. I'm going to go back.
Oh,
We-
okay.
we skipped- we just- No, we
we
skipped 5 just to help
Okay.
them out. We're going to go back to 5. I just went in order and then going to circle back. We just postponed one number. Yes, we're going to 5. So Easter egg hunt is scheduled for April 12th, 2025. We don't have anything to do for that. Memorial Day celebration, May 26th, 10 a.m., kind of standard. Our Independence Day event is June 27th of next year, so that's pretty far away. And then we'll go back up to number 5 since we skipped that one just for sake of our visitors. Movie in the Park is going to be on September the 27th, which is a Friday night. And we picked the movie last time. And we have the screen and sound system. We have a sponsor. It will. Sugar Rush. Hold on. You said Kidwell Sugar Rush Carnival? Carousel. Right. Good. Always me. It's a Friday night. I feel like it's my event since I've pushed it forward for so many years, so I'll always be there. You know, I schedule my life around that day.
Yeah, I'll be there.
We used to have 3.
I don't know yet, undecided.
All right, then, so really there's nothing else for us to do. National Night Out is October 1st, 6 to 8. We don't do anything because Katrina does it all, but we do show up and kind of man the table. So I figure if everybody just can take 30 minutes, it makes it pretty fun. I usually hang out the whole time. Last time I think I abandoned the table and Serge may have ran that solo, but just 2 hours. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be on Tuesday. Oh, 6 to 8. Serge's got 8 to 9 on that night.
Serge's doing the after party.
Serge is doing cleanup. Huh? Okay, movie in the park is Friday. National Night Out is Tuesday. Okay. I mean, I'll be there National Night Out. James said we wanted a foot wash for the fountain. No, because we didn't want what they didn't want. Because that doesn't make any sense. At one point, we talked about just having a water faucet. We said just a faucet, but not a foot station, like just something to turn on water if somebody wanted to fill a bucket with water. Well, there is, but then we would have to put a ground rock in. That's why.
I don't think we need a foot wash though.
Yeah, I don't think we need a foot.
A foot massage.
Yep. Oh. But it doesn't have a foot bowl. That's fine, because then we can put a hose on it. It is because we are the ones that take the brunt of the fountains not working. There's no water. Kids can't play. They pour sand into it if it's a bucket. That's why I'm making sure it's not a bowl. It used to have a bowl in it. Yeah, but the estimate was different than the picture. Well, the diagram was different than the. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe we just didn't see it, but we approved that model, so it sounds good. They're gonna do what they want to anyway. All right. Christmas in the Park, December 7th. Discuss, consider, and act on selection of event offerings. So I don't know what other event offerings we need to discuss. Go ahead, Dana. Okay.
Didn't we say that we weren't gonna do that?
Oh, yeah. We said no because of fireworks.
I thought we talked about it for Christmas too. that We didn't want to do it.
I think they were bad packages. Like there were weird prices and it was like some rabbits or something.
At the end of the day, it's for the children.
Right.
And children love things like this.
That's
Horses.
of animals are we talking about? Chicken, rat?
Have you checked with down on the farm?
Kittens. Have a camel? I have a king snake in my backyard if somebody wants to catch it. Hmm. What did we have last year?
We had a longhorn steer.
Okay.
How was it? This, 2023. Maybe. Maybe when
I think we ended up saying we were gonna get it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We talked about those, but those are really expensive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Dana.
Is there a way we could get 2 trains? Because the line to the one train is so
true.
long. I wonder if there's if he can bring 2 or.
Yeah, because the last event, my daughter rode with Katrina, and I like waited there for 30 minutes. Not really, but it was so long. You had to wait so long in line, and then when he got on the train, it took him so. That's the slowest train I've ever seen in my life. It just trucks along, and he goes around the whole thing. You know, our other guy that retired, his seemed to go faster, and he could pump him out or.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they could both go because they could load up, and then as they take off, the next one can load up. By the time that guy gets back, the next one could be back. I think they could just do the same path.
Yeah, maybe if you can find another train.
There was a company that I wrote down, if I remember correctly.
And I really think the kids really like face painting. We haven't had that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
If we could find 2 face painters. Mm-hmm. And we decided not to get that picture, what was it? Picture bubble.
COVID bubble?
The
COVID bubble?
the pitch that we set up for pictures last year. Yeah, not get that. But this is what I'm needing. I'm needing to pull out those decorations that aren't working right now so I can start working on them. And I would like to take some over to the Haslett feed and get a quote on repairing some of them that we didn't put out last year that we had. And start getting some quotes on that so we can start, getting that all fixed. And I know there was some pole decorations out on Westport Parkway that we needed to order. And there was some odd ones, like there was one bell with one candy cane or something. We were odd in two different places. And I thought I took a picture, but I could not find my picture. And also, I wish James was here because we need another control box for the singing snowman. We've got he's there and he's animated, but we haven't been able to use him because we don't have another control box. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's like $400. Because we talked about last time when he was here adding things. I want to say there was $490.
Yeah.
We might as well just motion.
We can add to it.
We can.
Okay. It's hard when he's not here to give us quotes. I'd like to make a motion that we buy a new control box for the animated singing snowman at the cost of $500.
This is Cindy, I second.
All in favor? None opposed? And then if it's more, like, we're on 5C. Sorry, we skipped 5 and 5.
500.
Cindy. All approved.
And also, there was needing repair on the new arches that we got last year. They quit working on the candy cane at the end of the arch. We need to pull that one out. Well, yeah, we need to pull it out and see if we can fix it.
When she says we, she means her, by the way.
Or
whoever wants to help
guys at
her.
Uh-huh. What's that? It went out. I think this went out on it right away, and that was brand new out of the box. Do we have a warranty on these? Because this was brand new out of the box. It did, but then it quit. I don't know if, a cord got pulled on it but it did work when we put them up, when they got put up, but then it quit working.
Do we have, I'm going to mix our topic here a second. Do we have the Axe theme for Christmas? Okay, I didn't hear you say that. So I was just making sure. Yes.
You can ask them how much they charge.
We
if
stopped because I called and got 3 estimates and they outpriced themselves. They were like $1,500 to come and paint faces. And I said, well, can't somebody in high school do it for $50 an hour? I mean, I could give some girl in high school $200 and she'd probably paint faces, hearts, and rainbows. And
Why don't we look into that? Let's look into that.
maybe we can just see if there's any high school art department that somebody would be interested in face painting. Because when I called the people that are online, they were very expensive. And we voted on it and we said we're not paying that kind of money for face painting.
We have the money to spend on this.
I know, but I don't want to spend $600-700
On a face painter.
The face
They
kids
have a
love
line.
face painting. They love it.
I know.
All right, well,
I'd like to have it.
let's just get some estimates and we'll vote on it next time. Bring your best quote. Sounds good. I mean, that's fair. I agree. The kids like it.
Also, if we can do the cookie decorating, if we could
Yeah,
bring
can we do that
back.
again? Okay, so the health department man, we had a long conversation when he was up here at the 4th of July. And he said, as long as your daughter, which is mine because I was being selfish, labels that these were made in a home kitchen and not individually labeled for retail, and there's a sticker on it, if he shows up, he's going to walk right past our stand. So if we label our cookies and say these were baked in a home kitchen, I'll call him and no, because when he was saying if someone packages popcorn and sells it, but individually labels it that it was prepared in a home kitchen, he'll pass your stand. But if I put a cookie in a package in a cellophane wrap and put that sticker on it, then they open it and decorate it with the icing. I'll call him and ask him.
Find out, 'cause they did have
Are we
Do you
talking
have
about
his number? The guy's
decorating
number from
cookies?
the health department?
Okay.
Yeah. No. But what's her name does? The inspection lady, the new inspector lady. What's her name again? Michelle. Michelle has his. Well, but she'll know his name. We have to know right now. Oh, okay, cool. So I'll ask about cookie.
This is Cindy. I'd like to make a motion that we have Noah's Ark Animal Farm, the one called The Ranch, for $495 for 2 hours for Christmas in the Park.
That's what it says.
Well, that's what it says on here. Okay, so it starts at what?
It's $4.95, and then it's $100 for each additional hour, so it would be $6.95 for 4 hours.
All right, let me start again. This is Cindy. I'd like to make a motion that we have Noah's Ark Animal Farm, the one titled The Ranch, for $695 for 4 hours for Christmas in the Park.
This is Dana, I second it.
Oh, all in favor? Pass. Yes.
I'm opposed.
You're opposed? One opposed. Wow.
You need that.
So I'll motion that we have 4 security guards between the Tarrant County, whatever they are, those guys that always come. So 2 of the sheriff's department and 2 of the non-sheriff's departments, like they do. How do we do it? Doesn't exist. Okay, do we want 4 again? I like having 4. 4's good. So my motion was 3 to 8. 3 to 8.
Yeah.
It starts at 3? Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, then I need to change my estimate. So for officer people for, I guess, 5 hours. It's now, no, because I had 1,200 when it was only 4. 4 times 5 times 60. So I'm going to say 4 officers for 5 hours each for up to $1,400. case their price went up. Okay. So 1,300.
This is Cindy. I second.
All in favor? None opposed? We have security. And then hay bales. Do we need the hay bales now? We just got them from the feed store. Oh, the tree. Yes. Yes, we'll take quotes for the tree. Let it be announced publicly that we will accept quotes for wrapping the tree at our next meeting. Anyone who's listening can send me their quote. I mean, I guess we can ask those tree guys that did it last time. Anybody else have any tree wrappers that they know of? Just want to ask them if you can give us an estimate to wrap that big tree. And the smaller ones. Although last year, with all of us there, it took us no time to get those smaller trees and everything done. No, it was last year. It was last year. 'Cause she was here, and so was James. And your husband. Yeah, and Stephanie was there. Because we said, when we said how much it cost, all y'all little newbies were like, we're paying how much for that? So y'all all showed up. Y'all all showed up and wrapped it like a champ, man. But that big one, you need the lift and everything, so it's kind of hard to. That is a different animal. But it looks really pretty. And then, what are the hay bales? $600. $425. I'll motion for $425 to be spent on hay bales to build up the hay slide, snow slide.
This is Chuck, I'll second.
All in favor? None opposed? So we need a cooking health inspector, we need a face painting quote, and we need a second train quote. Anything else for Chris? Oh, and then the decorations. Like someone who already has a license, you mean? Yeah. I can try to find out. I'll Google it and see what I can find when I call the health inspector guy. I feel like that'll be too expensive. Remember, we just tried to serve hot chocolate and it was like $1.50 a cup or something. I feel like they're going to charge $3 a cookie for us to get 100 cookies. I guess that's not too bad, but. If we all start baking now, we can freeze a dozen a month, a week. Anything else for Christmas that you need? No. Okay. All right. Well, then we have nothing else. Agenda items for next time. We would like to be updated on the tennis reservation system that we're paying for. So I'd like to request that on our next agenda, we have an update on the tennis reservation system since we're the park board. He can take it off, but I'm requesting it. And then somehow this fell off of the last one. We also need to put on a subcommittee for meeting with the mayor. Well, we'll put it back on the agenda one more time, and he can take it off again, and then we'll know he doesn't want it. Well, let's put it back on again and we'll let him take it off again because I noticed that it fell off and I'd like to put it back on for the next one. I know. So if we can put it on one more time and he takes it off, then we'll know that we've tried twice. It'll be my second attempt because we can just say it was an oversight the first time, so. Because he requested that he didn't have anyone to talk to. Okay, so,
Meet and discuss park board issues.
so we would like to develop or vote, because we can't do it without voting, on a subcommittee. So the subcommittees that are listed in our bylaws allow us to meet and convene and discuss things without breaking quorum. So I'm just making sure I complete my sentence so that we all understand what the subcommittee's for. In order for the mayor's request to be fulfilled, for him to have someone to bounce his ideas off of. Did I remember the wording correct? He requested members of the park board to discuss ideas with regarding the park. Be a resounding board for park ideas. Sounding board, not resounding, just the sounding board. Or whatever else he would like to discuss. But specifically, it's for the park. Correct. He did ask for a subcommittee for the playground. We did elect not to do that. But because he requested that he have someone to talk to, and there weren't any resounding volunteers that jumped at the gun, we decided to make a subcommittee, and we did discuss in passing that would be a welcomed idea. So there are members of the park board that would be interested in joining a subcommittee to discuss park, what's the word I'm looking for? Park development opportunities. And then whenever that subcommittee meets, they'll come back to the board meeting and they'll say, this is what we want on our agenda item, and we'll say, okay, great. If he doesn't want it, it's fine. We were just trying to give him someone to talk to. We would like to give it to him one more time for his opportunity to meet his request. I mean, he knows my phone number. It's fine. I'll call him. Anything else? All right. Adjourn 8:06.
This conference is no longer being recorded.